with TJ, featuring Detroit offensive guard TJ Lang.
This is home for us, so let's start competing for championships. That's all I've known, and it's really going to be special to be a part of it.
Brought to you by Bill Brown Ford in Livonia, serving Metro Detroit for over 75 years on 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, 5 o'clock in the Motor City. As promised, TJ Lang in studio with us Tuesdays with TJ. Now, TJ, I know that open probably doesn't suit you. So we did a little bit of a twist here. I know you like attention. You like a little special treatment. You wish this thing was called the TJ Lang Show.
Oh, come on.
Roberto, if you would. Michael, can we play what Roberto's idea of the open should have been? And then we will start the proceedings.
Ooh, want you real nice, TJ.
I'm TJ Lang.
Every Tuesday, yeah. Who can refuse a weekly TJ? No way, no way. Wish we could get one every day. Hey, we're talking about TJ Lang here, right?
Is that what we're talking about?
No, I got love for you guys, man.
There you go. Now we're ready to start the proceedings.
What did I get myself into?
It depends who you ask.
Just this a 1-week show?
No, sadly no. Look, you should be, but you should feel good now because as long as you win, it won't be a big deal.
That's right. We're going to enjoy the show today.
This won't be hard. Now, if you want to talk to TJ, 248-539-9797. I do have to ask you this though. First 10 minutes of that game, did you kind of just mouth it to yourself and go, "Why the F did I sign here? Like, can I get a refund on this?"
Oh no, man! It was obviously a rough start.
Dude, that was outer space. You had balls flying off people.
It was brutal. That's not how we drew it up, but
Jesus.
You realize, hey, man, it's a start. We got 50 minutes left to play. So, the first quarter couldn't have gone much worse for us, but thankfully our defense was playing outstanding, kept us in the game. So, definitely not how you want to start ball games, though, for sure.
Holding number 76, offense.
That's Michael.
Penalty is on TJ Lang.
That's unacceptable.
What was that? Oh, what are you doing to me, Sully?
That's all him.
That's automated, dude. That's not me. That's automated.
All right, now hold on. I do have a serious question though, because this is one thing I just didn't understand. How on earth could the running game look that bad? What happened?
I think it was just a combination of some things.
Tell me those things, TJ. Please.
There was a few plays there up front where we were, not getting the job done, and then a couple plays we had it blocked pretty clean, and somebody else kind of doing the wrong thing. So it's obviously a work in progress for us, and we got a lot of work to do, man, because that's not how we want to run the ball. We want to be more balanced offensively, but not a great start for us. So got a lot of work to do on that end.
All right, now I know he's excited. I mean, Mike, do you just want to get this out of the way? I mean, I know what's coming. Just do it.
Wait, what's that?
More? You want to slobber on Kenny Golladay a little bit. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Kenny Golladay, obviously, Pro Bowler, he's going to be Rookie of the Year. Great start. Guy's a stud.
No, but, I mean, do you have a feeling, honestly, I mean, you practice, you see the guy, you know what he's about. I mean, no, you're not going to expect that every game. But, I mean, is this something you believe this kid could have this type of year, be an impact guy?
Yeah, I do. I think it started, obviously, like through OTAs and minicamp and stuff, you saw the type of skill that he had. Running and just strong hands, catching everything. But it really in the Indianapolis game, making a couple tough catches there in the first preseason game, that was impressive. So I think he's really building on a strong offseason, and he's obviously going to be a good player for us. Had a nice couple catches there Sunday that turned out to be game changers for us.
He's a big guy.
He is, and he's got speed too. I think that's pretty deceptive. But yeah, obviously like what you see from him. Obviously complements Golden and Marvin pretty well. So keeps making big plays like that. I think his targets are only going to go up.
All right, I'll ask this question. This might be harebrained, but it's something I've had a couple of callers call in with, and I want you to either verify or say that is absolute ridiculousness. Do you believe that Caldwell's even-keeled personality somehow is why this team never flinches? That, okay, the first quarter happens. They don't fall apart. Mm-hmm. That they're always around in the fourth quarter. Now that you're a part of it, is there something to that, or is that just nonsense for us in fan world?
No, it's definitely verified. I think, from the short time I've been here, I think the team takes on a lot of characteristics of their coach, and Coach Caldwell's just, like you said, kind of always even-keeled, never too high, never too low, and That's really the demeanor that the team has. 10 minutes into the game, after the first quarter, I'm sitting on the sideline. I was panicking a little bit, and everybody I talked to and looked around, I mean, everybody was just so calm and just, hey, we'll get it going. Let's take our time here. Let's not worry. And yeah, I definitely think that starts with Coach Caldwell.
Got our hands on a lot of balls.
Unbelievable.
Balls.
Nothing but time back there behind the glass.
Listen.
Hands on a lot of balls.
All right, that'll be all. 248-539-9797. TJ Lang in studio with us till 6. If you have a question or a comment for TJ, you are welcome to dial in. TJ, you want to get a few calls in the first segment?
Sure.
We've got some audio for you to review at 5:15. Kind of take us inside the game for a moment. We'll do that. Let's go to Ronald. He will lead us off today. Ronald, you're on with TJ.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Welcome.
And my thunder has already been taken because I want to ask you, how did you feel about Galloway, seeing as Sully's prediction might come true? Also, I want to commend you on the program you had on Michael Bennett. I thought it was spot on point, and I just wanted to throw you big kudos for that.
Well, I'll take it. And apparently he had nothing for TJ. That's unbelievable.
Well, he wanted to talk about Kenny.
Yeah, but you already talked about
it. You stole his thunder. I think you made that pretty clear.
No, I mean, listen, the Galladay. Well, here's the thing, and I I'll just say it. I mean, did we ever confirm, did Eric Ebron even play in week 1? Because there's opportunity here. Because, I mean, that was, look, you know, Golden, I don't know what the hell happened to him during the game. He kept grabbing his hand and moving it all around. Mm-hmm. He was hurt. I mean, he toughed it out. He had 10 grabs. Marvin drew Peterson, so you knew he was going to be nullified a little bit.
Right.
Galladay stepped up. Theo did his thing. Ebron's the missing piece here. I can't figure it out. He's your teammate.
Yeah, I thought watching the film yesterday that he did a lot of good things. You can't throw the ball to everybody, unfortunately, but I think just the film that he put out there, and he was getting open. I mean, watching the film, and I think everybody will see that and kind of keep it in the back of their mind for next week that he's a guy that probably deserves a couple more touches.
I will tell you the one. Was it his fault on the timeout in the first quarter when Stafford was screaming at him when he couldn't get him to line up in the right place? Or is that all a blur for you?
Yeah, it's a blur.
Okay, fair enough. I just
get happy when they call timeouts because after 7-8 plays, I'm out of breath a little bit. So
yeah, but you should be used to it by now. You haven't had a huddle in about 20 years.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, it's first full game action. Yeah, man, I still get a little tired out there once in a while.
Let's go to Brandon, 97.1. Brandon, you're on with TJ Lang.
Mr. TJ Lang, man, welcome to the den.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Brandon.
So I got a question for you. How do you feel about Jim Bob Cooter now that you're here? I see Matt Stafford does a lot of changing in the final few seconds of each play while the clock's winding down. They seem to be on the same page once the game gets going, and, I'm just looking to see your thoughts on that. I appreciate it, and I'll let you go from there.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with you. I think they've got definitely a great working relationship, a lot of trust in each other. Obviously from the short time I've been here, so that's something that you love to see. The play caller and the quarterback always being on the same page, getting the team and getting the offense in the right play call. Obviously, a lot to grow from there. So
it's somehow Jim Bob Cooter's the only dude who's been able to unlock it with Stafford. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in the sauce, but he's just found a way. Like even I said it yesterday, and maybe you can correct me. Maybe I'm stupid. I didn't put the pick 6 on Stafford because Golden got pushed off the route. Stafford's thrown to the spot. He expected him to be there, and Golden got caught up in the wash.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
All right, so to me, that's not – I'm not going to kill Stafford on that, and I can't kill Tate. I mean, he got chucked right off the route. But, overall, you've just seen this whole different deal with Stafford. Like last year, before he hurt his hand, Teach, I think he had, guys, what do you have, 2-3 picks before he hurt his hand on the year?
Right.
That's unheard of for Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, his decision-making has definitely been very good. I'll say that. Obviously, the pick was, like you said, tough one. I mean, looking at the film, don't know how it wasn't a penalty. It kind of looked like Golden got tackled a little bit there across the middle. But,
yeah.
it is what it is. And hey, we make corrections. We got a lot of ball left to play. So, but yeah, I love the decision making that he makes. I mean, not only getting us into the right checks at the line of scrimmage, but obviously when he's got the ball in his hands, he's a threat to make a big play every single down.
I'm going to ask you about a few of those in a minute. We've got some audio. TJ Lang with us until 6. If you want to dial in and talk to TJ, 248-539-9797. Wow. Sully is just laying it on thick today. Now it's time.
Your Detroit Pistons on Pistons Weekly with your host, Kyle Bogey. Thursday nights at 8 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Last one for you. We talked about this. I know you're boys with Valenti. He likes giving me a hard time. You're getting to know me now. Can you tell the guy, he needs to realize how great Dan Leach is?
I mean, I don't know. I just met you.
But can't you already feel the love? We're both Eagles.
I can smell the cigarette smoke. That's no, I got love for you guys, man.
97.1. TJ Lang in studio with us. TJ, we got some ticket text for you from the people on 7136. TJ, can you draw any comparisons between Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers in the leadership/ability column?
I told Sully not to put any of those on there. Why would you do that?
There's 50 of them. I just had to put one.
Good Lord. Yes, I can't. I mean, obviously both guys are leaders in the locker room, and I think that was what I was most impressed with when I got here was, not only the way Matthew talks with and communicates with guys in the offense, but really the whole team. He's definitely one of the most respected guys in that locker room and one of the hardest workers. So a lot of comparisons there.
With the checks at the line of scrimmage, can you tell me what Omaha Express Service Taco Barnyard means?
No.
Okay, perfect. Question for TJ. Who would you compare playing against the Giants defense to a midweek scrimmage with the practice squad? I see what people are doing. You're not going to like it when TJ and his new friends come home at 1-1. You guys continue to talk smack about my defense, and it's ridiculous. They were on a field for 100 plays against Dallas. They still only gave them 19 points.
Our defense is pretty damn good now, too.
Go easy now. One game. Calm down.
4 turnovers.
Fair. Carson Palmer, probably a JV quarterback. Come on.
Hey, we'll see.
Were you making fun of Carson Palmer from the sidelines with your teammates?
What was he supposed to do, man? Our D-line was hitting him every play.
Here's an idea. Hey. Don't throw it to the other team.
They did a great job stopping the run.
Question for TJ. Now that you've played your first home game as a Lion, is there any way you can compare the atmosphere at Ford Field to Lambeau?
I think it was louder, to be honest with you. I think being in a dome, everything amplifies a little bit more. So, yeah, I was definitely impressed with the fans, man. It was electric in there.
TJ, why don't you rep Eastern Michigan on primetime football? The Eagles need love.
I did for like 5 years. I've been in the league for 9 years. I wanted to switch it up the last couple of years and give Brother Rice some love.
TJ, who smells worse? Oh, my God. Valenti or Leach with his cigarettes? Scott and Novi. I don't smell at all.
And the dude Leach hanging out at the bowling alley.
All right, real quick. We have this audio. I want you to kind of take us inside the play here and give people an idea of kind of what was going on here. Mike, do we have it? Let's take a listen.
Stafford 8 out of 11 gives to Amir Abdullah. And that's for the flag as he battles hard to get to the 40.
Holding number 76.
Again.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Penalty is on TJ Lang.
Now, what exactly? What happened there?
With penalties.
It was really last-ditch effort. I mean, my guy was going to make the play, and I've made that block probably 100 times in my career. It's never gotten called. So
later in the game,
might have been a half penalty.
Now, later in the game, something happened because you looked all confused on TV, and I thought they were going to get Ricky Wagner on like a chop block or something, but they called the penalty on you, and you were like, "What the hell? I didn't do anything." You remember later in the game they dinged you a second time?
Yeah, I think both of our blocks were like real fine line type thing, and they probably, I don't know, they might have called it just because they saw 2 real close ones, but. I get confused. I swear to God, I was confused when they said penalty number 76. I was looking around.
You were?
Because I've worn number 70 for 8 years. And I'm looking around like, who the hell's number 70? But, yeah, it was me. So, yeah, definitely not the, right way I wanted to start off my Lions career with 2 penalties. But we'll get that fixed.
Let's go to Brett. Brett, you're on with TJ Lang.
Hey, TJ. Thanks for coming back home to Detroit first of all.
Yeah, no problem.
We the fans appreciate it, let me tell you.
All right. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, I want to talk about the run game. What's going on? Why can't we run up the middle? Is it a personnel thing? Is it a scheme thing?
No, it's not I don't think it's anything that we're too alarmed with right now. I think we definitely had a little bit of a rough day there Sunday running the ball, but we just got to get better, man. I don't know what to tell you. I think a lot of fundamentals, technique. We just got to keep working, and that's what we're going to do tomorrow when we get back to work.
How about some play action? Get the ball moving outside with a pulling guard or something.
I'll relay the message. I don't know what to tell you, but I think you got to run the ball effectively before any of the play actions really start to work.
Listen, I'll make it easy for you. It's not happening Monday.
We'll see
you may as well just start prepping for Atlanta. It's not happening.
Take it as a challenge.
Okay.
What gives you so much confidence, by the way?
Because my team's going to be the number 2. We have one of the best defenses in football. You're not going to run the ball. What are you, nuts? Listen, let me ask you a question, okay? So, for the fans who watch. So, Snacks Harrison. Now, what the hell is that like when you're now, obviously, you won't face him. He moves around a little bit. Mm-hmm. But, when you look at that, I mean, come on. You're human still. You don't look at that guy and go, oh, God, it's going to be a long week.
Yeah, he's a monster.
He's like 800 pounds.
He's an all-pro guy. I mean, he's one of the best nose tackles in the game. I played him twice last year when I was in Green Bay, once in the playoffs, once about midseason. And, yeah, it's definitely a big challenge for us. But, I mean, it's NFL.
And he wears that creepy mouthpiece with the teeth in it and stuff. It's just it's unsettling.
He's a good player.
He's awesome. Well, listen, it'll be exciting. You'll have to throw it a lot, and you like pass blocking better than run blocking. That'll be great. Let's go to Matt. You're on with TJ. Matty, what's going on, bud?
Hey guys, TJ, great to have you back in the state of Michigan with the Lions. So when you got to town, you addressed one of the issues that's been kind of a long-standing pain in the neck of Lions fans, and that was predictability. You made some comments along the facts that as Packers on both sides of the ball, you guys could many times tell what was coming from a play or a check. As casual fans in the stands, swear to God, last couple of years, 90% of the time, Ebron would check into motion. It was a run play. We're just sitting there saying, if we know this, we're pretty sure the other team knows this. So without giving anything away, are you guys making progress in that area? Are they being able to realize what their tells were, how to better disguise things? How's that going?
I think there's a lot of plays in every single football game when your opposition knows exactly what's going to happen. It just comes down to, brute strength and who's going to get it done. I mean, there's plays where, we're sitting up there on the offensive line. We know that there's a blitz coming. We just got to stop it. And I'm sure there's times where the defense knows there's a run coming and they got to stop it. We just got to execute the blocks up front. So that's nothing that I really look into, too deep. Because it's football, man. It's either going to be a run or a pass, and you just got to make it work.
So for instance, I know everyone made a big deal of it with Tony Romo doing the broadcast deal his first time, and he was calling out these plays. And again, he's not a part of either team. It's just these basic principles, and he's going, all right, well, he's checking to a run to the right side. I mean, is stuff that universal?
There's a lot of common language in the NFL. I think, even me being a lineman, I watch a lot of games, and it frustrates me because there's, in my opinion, way too many microphones on the field. I think the center has to wear one. Even the guards have to wear microphones, and it rubs me the wrong way because a lot of that stuff is, a competitive advantage for other teams when they're hearing it. So, but there's times where I hear, watching, the Monday night game, hearing, Eli or Dak calling plays, and it's like, well, I think it's going to be that, and then it is. So, yeah, there's a lot of common kind of universal language that very similar.
Pretty much anything we do is a 3-step drop. So, I can just go ahead and tell you that without any verbiage. Let's go to Frank, 97.1. What's up, Frankie?
How you doing, guys?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. TJ, Mike's kind of hit on it a little bit, and I kind of watched the game with the Cowboys and the Giants. As an offensive lineman, what do you guys do to kind of get ready for a defense like that? I'm kind of with Mike. They look really, really good. And, Mike, to you, what makes this defense so good? Is it a stunt? Is it the blitzing?
Well, I'll let TJ go first because I'll defer to him, but then I'll give you my opinion, sure. But go ahead, TJ, your part first.
Yeah, I think obviously you have to recognize first and foremost that it's one of the best front sevens in the league, and their defensive backs aren't too shabby either. So, yeah, we realize that. We talked about it, obviously yesterday kind of dipping into it. It's a very good defense, probably a better defense than what we just played this past Sunday in Arizona. And it's going to be a challenge for us. We know that. But we obviously have a lot of confidence in ourselves right now too. So just got to get to work tomorrow and watch the tape and, see what the coaches have us game plan wise and go out there and just keep taking steps in the right direction.
Your defense is going to be licking its chops.
I would too, man.
That offensive line, I'm telling you.
Coming off a dominant performance.
No, I know, and then they get to go against Bobby Hart, who spent more time on his ass than he did his feet. No, as far as the Giant defense is just different because, A, most teams don't have 2 good corners, much less 3. Mm-hmm. And the Giants, with Janoris, you're going to take a guy away, so you're automatically at an advantage. But the Giants have maybe the best slot corner or one of the best slot corners in the game in DRC. So that now you're 2 for 2. So where it doesn't matter when a team wants to move a guy to the slot to gain that advantage, well, the advantage isn't there. Then, yeah, I mean, look, you look at the safety play that they have. Landon Collins he's a wrecking ball. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, up front with 2 premier pass rushers and JPP and Vernon, the linebacking core is a little light in the pants. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it's not something we emphasize, but the Giants with Spagnuolo, they're just not afraid to really press. Like a lot of, TJ, I mean, you watch it every week. You just see a lot of teams, they're very scared to get close to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
It's a passing league. We don't want to let anything behind us. With the Giants, as the game goes along, and if you go back and watch the film of the game last year, Giants-Lions, all the Giants did was ratchet the pressure up more and more and more. And basically by the end of the game, the Giants had, 9-man front. It was insanity. It was crazy.
Well, and I think they're in a unique position that they can, they've had a lot of success generating pressure with just 4-man rushes. And obviously when you're doing that, it makes the job on the defensive backs a whole lot easier. So, but yeah, they do a great job of mixing everything up. I mean, they'll come at you with a 3-man rush, and next play it's an 8-man rush, and they keep you guessing. But they've definitely got the you got to give them the respect. They've got the talent to be very successful. So that's something that we're going to have to be prepared for.
248-539-9797. TJ Lang with us until 6 o'clock in studio. Now watch this. I think Sully's going to sell us a little something here. Go ahead.
Well, you guys got me so
Brought to you by O'Reilly's. Today, an off day for the Lions. They'll return to the field tomorrow as they continue to prepare for Monday night's showdown with the Giants. They also, though, made a roster move, inking punter Jeff Locke to a contract after spending the last 4 seasons with the Vikings. Tigers continuing their series with the Indians tonight. They're playing the middle game of that 3-game set in Cleveland. The Tribe entering the contest looking for their 20th straight win. They'll send Corey Kluber to the mound against Matt Boyd. We'll have it right here on the ticket at 7:10. And Western Michigan quarterback Darius Phillips picking up another honor today. He's been named the MAC Special Teams Player of the Week for the 2nd straight week.
I'm not a football expert.
Okay. No, you're not. I'm Ryan Woolley. More at 6 or at 97ontheticket.com.
The baseball team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Tigers live here. 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1, good to have you aboard. 5:30 in the Motor City. TJ Lang in studio with us. You have questions for TJ, comments, 248-539-9797. TJ, you want some of the ticket text coming in?
Why not?
TJ, your thoughts on Eastern Michigan's recent success and their coaching staff, and are you connected to the program?
Absolutely. Love it. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to say it's just Rutgers, but this Eastern Michigan team's come a long way in the past 5-10 years, from, the 0-12 seasons, 1-11 seasons to now.
And you've also purchased a luxury box.
At Eastern?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've I like to take care of people that take care of me.
Baby,
So
there
I'm
you
very
go.
involved,
He's like the Monopoly man. Right off the bat, this segment's great, but will the Lions PR try to cancel this? That's from Bill K. in Allen Park.
Oh, Lord. No, man, I got the green light. I'm going toe-to-toe with you all season. I'm ready for it.
There's no toe-to-toe. It's sports. This isn't the CIA.
I think we all know how you get sometimes, Mike. I'm going to give it back.
Listen, now, I would. Hey, you play well, I'm nice. There's no problems. TJ, best thing since foul feedback. That's from Jody. How is playing in a new scheme with a new O-line? Is chemistry more important or strictly the playbook? Elliott and Shelby.
I think chemistry on the offensive line. You got 5 guys. Really, we've got 3 guys right now that are new to this team. And, it took a long time in OTAs, minicamp, training camp, preseason games to, really get our communication down and making sure that we're playing fast and we're on the same page with each other. So I think chemistry is definitely the biggest hurdle. And I like where we're at right now up front. We still got some work to do, but I thought it was a pretty good start for us, on that end Sunday.
Saw you getting chippy with the defensive line after a play. Like, what do you say? Ooh, I blocked you so good.
Exactly, yes.
No, I mean, what exactly do you? Because you've mentioned it before. So there's some guys in the league that are just real potty mouths and real bad behavior. Other guys are respectful because you're not trying to kill each other. You're just trying to win. But you did. You were a little chippy there, and you tried to kill the one defensive guy who hit. What was it? You ran up on the play.
Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne came through on the short yardage play and got tripped up, went down to the ground, and I don't know. I think it was Chandler Jones thought he wasn't tackled, so gave him an extra hit. And you just go up there. Really, I mean, I don't say much. I just go up there and kind of let them know that obviously we're not going to be bullied around. And I think every team needs to have those guys that, because you're going to get a lot of defenses that like to do some late stuff and hit you a little bit, shove you a little bit. You got to make sure you give it right back to them and let them know that, you're not going to take it. And that was just me kind of sticking up for my guy. What I felt like was a little bit of a late hit and just kind of letting them know that, that won't go unpunished. We watching and we're going to take care of our guys at all costs.
TJ, when do old man Valenti's G-men score their first TD of the season?
Who do they play next week?
You.
No, I mean the week after that.
Oh, bull.
Week 3.
Oh, please. Are you kidding me? This is.
Did you watch our defense Sunday?
Oh,
come on now,
please! It's one game. Calm down.
I got a lot of confidence.
I'm glad you do. Well, listen. Here's the key: you can't win a game when you don't score points.
True.
Yeah. Okay. This ain't the Cardinals this week.
That was a John Madden quote right there.
Yeah, I know you like that. TJ, when do playoff tickets go on sale? All right, that's enough of that. We're not going to get him in trouble. Oh, my God. 248-539-9797. Let's get to the people. Michael's up next. 97.1. Mike, you're on with TJ Lang.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. I had just a couple questions. Where do you see this ranking up as one of the biggest challenges for our offenses? And then if we do come out of this on top, how do you see that setting up the rest of the year for us?
What are you talking about, the Giants game?
Yep.
Okay, TJ, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we touched on it a little bit already, but Definitely one of the best defenses out there. So, no, it's going to be a challenge for us. But, our job is just keep building on some things we did well last week. And obviously, I think we all got to focus on, making sure we're getting the running game going a little bit better. So, but, yeah, it's going to be a big challenge. And I think it's obviously something if you can come out and move the ball well and score points on a defense of that caliber, give yourself a whole lot more confidence. So that's got a lot of work to do this week, but I think that's obviously the goal for us.
Well, let's be fair. If you open a season 2-0, you beat Arizona, and you beat the Giants on the road Monday Night Football, send the Giants to 0-2, effectively killing their playoff deal. I mean, look, you know the deal. You know the schedule. You're not one of these wackos who doesn't know who you play in 2 weeks. You know you play Atlanta. You know you're at Minnesota. You know you get Carolina. If you start that 5-game run 2-0, you're a playoff team. I mean, you have to believe you're a playoff team.
Well, I think we, always have that belief. But, yeah, that would definitely be a good start for us.
Well, not after this week. I'm just saying if you were to go to 2-0, which isn't going to happen, but if you were to, I think it's more than fair that, like, for the caller's question, it's like, yeah, dude, 2-0 and you beat those two teams. Those are two prospective playoff teams. First of all, you wrecked Arizona's season. You murdered David Johnson. He's gone. They're done. Arizona's done. It's over.
Well, and that game is over. We're moving on from it.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Well, I got to be honest with you. We have such severe tunnel vision when it comes to the schedule. I know, there's a lot of talk, how tough the schedule is, but our focus right now, it's on the New York Giants. That's it. We don't look what we did this past week. We don't look who we play the following week. You put 100% of your focus into this week, and it's a long season. So, yeah, anything can happen. But, I think like we talked about earlier, never too high, never too low, and that's been our attitude, and I like it moving forward.
Let's go to Alan. He's up next. Alan, you're on with TJ Lang.
Hey, TJ, question for you. How do you or other players know about the point spread and or the game total? And I know you're an offensive lineman, but what about fantasy football as well? Are you guys aware of the major pillar of gambling that's going on during the games?
Yeah, I think you're aware of it, and I've never really paid attention to the point spread, to be honest with you. But there were a few years where I did play some fantasy football with some of my friends and kind of found myself looking up at the scoreboard, during TV timeouts to give the updates. And
oh, come on.
I swear, man, it gives you something else to kind of root for when you're in the game. But, yeah, I think it's fun. I've done it a couple years. I'm not doing it this year, but it gives the fans kind of something to look forward to, Thursday,
is there
Sunday,
a way
Monday night.
Incorporate offensive linemen into your lineup?
I don't think that'll ever happen.
What are we doing points for it? Holding calls, a -1, a pancake is a half a point. What is this?
The new pro football focus over here. Giving
no. It's funny you say that because as the season goes along, we're going to have some fun with that. I know you. This is a fun fact about TJ. He hates pro football focus.
Most players do. Yeah.
No. Explain why, though. It's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about it.
Well, I think offensive, my opinion is there's no way you can possibly accurately grade offensive linemen if you haven't, A, done that job before in your life, or B, a lot of these guys, they're not qualified to be grading NFL players. And a lot of the stuff I realize is pretty basic, obvious information, like, this guy, if I clearly just get whooped and let up a sack, you can say, yeah, that guy let up a sack. But, when it's, they don't know anything about identification. What offensive linemen are supposed to do. They think if a guy blitzes off the edge, that's automatically the tackle's got to block. When a lot of times it's not the case. So they've always graded me well, which, I don't mind, but I still don't respect it. And
are you calling yourself overrated?
Pro football, no.
They love you.
No, but I really do not respect it. And I know, most of the guys that I've played with absolutely hate it just because it started to gain so much steam now where, Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, they're actually showing stats up there.
Oh, yeah.
For the
ranked
players.
as the 23rd best corner.
Yeah, I think it's absolute garbage. I think most players do.
Sully, how do you like that?
That's very interesting. Surprised to hear that.
Now you do realize Sully's side job is he grades quarterbacks.
He's a big PFF guy.
PFF.
Quarterbacks and Kenny Galladay. That's right.
Perfect.
I think some positions are easier to grade. If you see a quarterback make a bad decision, that's obviously easy to grade. But when it comes to offensive and defensive line plays, there's just so much scheme that goes into what we do up front that nobody else outside of the building can possibly know what we're supposed to do. So, and when you're trying to grade guys and negatively, give guys bad reputations for a guy that, you're throwing out, this guy missed an assignment here. You don't know what the assignment is. So you have no qualification to say that in the first place. And all it does is make guys look bad, because now a lot of media outlets are, quoting PFF and using their grading.
What is the proper way to grade linemen? That just coaches within the building knowing?
I think so.
A team-by-team type thing.
Yeah, and I think you can look at guys, and like I said, if a guy clearly gets beat, that's one thing. But if you're going to say, oh, this guy didn't pick up the linebacker, this guy missed the blitz, there's no possible way that you can know that unless you know what the offensive lineman's responsibilities are, and nobody else knows that. I don't know, what Arizona's offensive line does. I mean, they might do it something completely different than what we do, and it's just something that, especially a guy, sitting on the outside behind his computer looking at the game. I mean, there's no way he knows what the hell's going on either. So, yeah, it's a total joke for me, in my opinion. As far as it goes, grading offensive lineman, I think.
Would I be qualified to say that Eric Flowers sucks?
I mean, I really haven't watched Eric Flowers that much, to be honest.
I just wanted to see if you were going to go PC on me. That's all. That's fine.
Oh, I'm just being true.
He's terrible.
I don't watch much of him. But
hey, take a look at Bobby Hart. You ever see a tackle play sitting down?
I mean, hey, you don't just roll out of bed and become a starter in the NFL for no reason.
God help me.
You
Okay.
have some talent.
Well, it's all right. We'll be all right. Our line is terrible. After a hot and humid summer,
Sports Station.
97.1 The Ticket.
All right, 97.1 as we head towards 6 o'clock. TJ Lang with us for a few more minutes. Get some more of these ticket texts in. Is Wojo working today, or did Harbaugh seriously end his life yesterday?
Wojo's here. He's here with Kyle, getting ready out there.
So physically, Wojo's here, but his soul died.
That's correct.
TJ, are you aware of what happened in Ann Arbor
I
yesterday?
caught the end of it yesterday. I did not hear.
We'll play for
what
you the
Harbaugh
audio.
said to him, though.
And Sully could show you the video outside
I
of
caught
the studio.
the aftermath, which was brutal.
Harbaugh burned a hole in his soul.
Poor Wojo.
And Wojo looks up to that man.
Oh, yeah. Harbaugh, I'm sure he and Schembechler had quite the...
TJ, can you please tell me why Caldwell wears 2 watches? Darren.
No idea. Haven't noticed it.
Oh, shut up.
I've never noticed that.
Okay.
Swear to God,
All right.
Never noticed.
Wait till the first time he mismanages the clock. You'll notice then. TJ, who is the hardest guy to block in the entire league?
Currently, I think Aaron Donald's probably, the top interior guy. I think all time. Justin Smith, when he was with the 49ers, he was an absolute animal that year. That he and Aldon Smith had all those sacks and QB hits. He was real tough to block.
TJ, do players get excited about Color Rush uniforms, or is that just the fans?
Fans, I think. When it first came out, I think there was a little bit of hype about it in the locker room. But once that time comes, I don't think anybody really cares what we wear.
For TJ, is A'Shawn Robinson any good or just a big body?
He's good.
Okay.
He's good. He's taken a big step from last year. Obviously playing him twice last year in Green Bay. He's having off to a great start for us for sure.
TJ, does Roberto make you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Roberto's got a big meeting tonight with his son's coach, by the way.
That's creepy. Ooh. He has kids, and he has all this time to make all these, songs and everything, and all these clips.
TJ, it's his job.
It's creepy.
Yeah. I got my priorities in order.
All right, Bogey and Wojo are here now. Bob,
it is kind of creepy. You got to admit, it's creepy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bob.
Yes, sir.
Physically, you're here.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on, not again. Yes, I'm fine. I
Got our
cried
hands
myself
on a
to
lot
sleep.
of balls.
Oh, jeez.
Got our hands on a lot of balls.
Can I ask your co-host a question?
Sure.
TJ, you are regretting this, aren't you? I heard at the start at 5 o'clock.
So disrespectful playing those holding calls. Oh.
I know.
The first time the holding call,
15 more weeks.
I've been very
Hopefully
nice.
not as many penalties, right?
Good Lord, hopefully not. Oh.
No.
I won't show up if I have any more penalties.
Oh, come on. First of all, it was David's idea. Don't look at me.
I'm gonna call him from now
Mr.
on.
Pastor, your idea. Carry on.
What's up,
See,
Woj?
but TJ, this is the problem. Your name never gets announced over the PA except for penalty.
Unless
right?
you do something wrong.
So there's no way
much.
they can get a positive announcement to put on the little soundbite thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is there?
It's the life of a lineman, man.
I know, that's tough.
No.
What? Tell me.
I think it'll happen eventually is they'll do a replay and it maybe the Lions will at some point score a touchdown running the ball and it'll be TJ Lang had a really nice block there. We'll pull the audio and have fun.
No. See, this is how you do it, okay? You pay Roberto off. Lord knows he can use a little bit more money for that family. And you get him to get Mike to say something very compromising. And then you come back at him because that's the only way you can really get back.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Exactly. Put a little recorder right by Mike's desk for me. I'll go through the audio. I'll make my own songs coming in here.
Yeah, this will be called the TJ Lang Show in a real hurry. We're going to do coke.
There it is.
Ding it, ding.
There we go. You know how we made that one? Here's Roberto's sickness. I was ripping MSU. And you know how we have co-coordinators?
Nobody cares.
No. It just shows you can't say anything.
You were ripping MSU?
Never. Oh, yeah.
It's like Wojo ripping Michigan.
Hey, what are you
Now
doing
he's
to
starting
him
to get it. I
already?
like this.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
I'm
he
not
ne-
finished, fake
please.
news.
He needed about 55 minutes. Now he's really starting to dig
coming
in.
out of the shell a little bit here.
I'm still recovering from yesterday's eye roll from Harbaugh. I'm a little wounded, okay? Please.
We're going to have great D.
Come on now.
All right, what do you have? Because we're running out of time here.
Kid Rock stuff. The protest going on there for the first event tonight. Yeah, I know. Listen.
Mike's headed down there right after the show.
Yep,
He's going to
he
go
is.
pick it. Yep, absolutely.
I'm protest weary. Can I say that? I'm protest weary of all sides.
Okay, let's just get down to brass
Protest
tacks.
weary.
Wojo just wants to talk about how terrible Beth Mowins was, but he doesn't want to be labeled a sexist.
Okay, see, can you criticize Beth Mowins?
That's what he wants to say.
time of his life. Oh, and what's his name?
Sergio.
Oh, Ben, you know, honest to God, if you weren't looking at the TV and you heard Beth Mowins, you thought it was Purdue, Minnesota at noon on the Ocho. She was terrible. Rex Ryan was terrible. And
Having the time of his life.
And Sergio, whatever his Diggs or whatever his last name is.
Poor Dip. That's his second language. Give him
Having the time of his life.
That was brutal.
So bad.
Having the time of his life.
The time of his life.
I can't get enough of this guy.
Oh, man.
All right, that's all. TJ, thank you very much. We'll see you next week after the loss to the Giants. We'll recap all of it.
My.
Very exciting stuff. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Tuesday with TJ is brought to you by Bill Brown Ford in Livonia, serving Metro Detroit for over 75 years. On 97.1, The Ticket.